A powerful outbreak of tornadoes tore across the Houston area on November 24, 2025, leaving behind a trail of destruction that stunned residents and overwhelmed emergency crews. Entire neighborhoods were hit within minutes, with more than 100 homes damaged or destroyed. Thousands of trees snapped apart, and over 27,000 customers suddenly without power. What began as a typical warm and humid Texas afternoon quickly escalated into one of the most disruptive severe weather events the region has seen this year. The chaos unfolded Monday afternoon as two separate tornadoes developed from fast-moving thunderstorms sweeping across southeast Texas. Meteorologists had warned that the clash between warm Gulf air and a surge of colder air from the north could trigger unstable atmospheric conditions, but few expected the storms to intensify so rapidly. By early afternoon, rotating clouds were spotted over northwest Houston, followed by reports of funnel clouds touching down across parts of Harris County. Local law enforcement began receiving multiple calls from residents describing roofs being torn off, trees collapsing onto homes, and vehicles being tossed across driveways. The Harris County Sheriff's Office later confirmed that more than 100 homes suffered significant damage. Sheriff Mark Herman described the event as a major weather incident, urging people to stay home, avoid blocked roads, and allow crews to reach those who needed help. Firefighters and local emergency departments, including Cy-Fair and Cypress Creek, captured dramatic images showing uprooted trees, shattered windows, damaged garages, and debris scattered across multiple subdivisions. Particularly severe destruction occurred near the Harris County Emergency Services Complex, where the tornado tore away parts of the roof and walls. 2 employees inside survived by taking cover under desks and holding onto support beams until the violent winds passed. Drone footage released shortly after the storm shows entire blocks littered with insulation, splintered lumber, and downed power lines. Streets that were normally lined with large oaks and pines were suddenly open to the sky, with many trees snapped clean in half. One resident described the sound of the tornado as a freight train mixed with explosions, followed by several seconds of intense pressure that rattled the entire home. A second tornado was reported northwest of downtown Houston, near Highway 290 and the Champion Forest area. Within minutes, neighborhoods, commercial centers, and fire department administrative offices all suffered structural damage. A temporary command post was set up near Theus Elementary School, so responders could coordinate rescue operations and assess immediate hazards. Residents in the hardest-hit communities, such as Spring, Memorial Northwest, and Summer Grove, reported roofs peeled away, patio covers lifted and thrown into streets, and entire fences ripped apart. The smell of gas leaks was reported in several locations, prompting officials to warn residents to keep their distance until crews could inspect lines and restore safety. From late morning through early afternoon, tornado warnings were issued across Harris, Montgomery, Waller, Brazos, and Fort Bend counties. Local authorities repeatedly urged people to take shelter in interior rooms, closets, or basements when possible, and to avoid vehicles in open areas. Although the warnings were lifted shortly after 2 p.m., forecasters emphasized that unstable conditions could still generate additional storms or hail later into the evening. Despite the widespread destruction, authorities reported no serious injuries or fatalities, an outcome many credited to early alerts, quick action from emergency personnel, and the vigilance of residents who sought shelter in time. Harris County officials raised the emergency readiness level to level 3, allowing for greater coordination among police, firefighters, medical teams, and public safety agencies. Power outages spread quickly during the storms, affecting more than 27,000 customers, according to CenterPoint Energy. Some of the region's main roadways became temporarily blocked by fallen trees and debris. George Bush Intercontinental Airport briefly paused operations to ensure that runways, aircraft, and passengers remained safe. Meteorologists noted that tornado activity is not unusual in southeast Texas in late fall. With warm Gulf moisture frequently clashing with cold fronts from the central U.S., the region often experiences a secondary tornado season extending into November. Experts warn that these events can develop rapidly and offer little time for preparation, making early warning systems and community awareness essential. As first responders continue clearing debris, checking on residents, and restoring essential services, local officials urge people to remain cautious, stay away from downed power lines, and follow all safety alerts. They also remind the community that tornadoes can strike with little warning and that preparedness, especially during the busy holiday season, remains critical. A massive tornado outbreak has once again reminded Houston how quickly severe weather can reshape an entire city in a matter of minutes.